You know what I forgot to do? Okay. All right, so let's see here. Get ready to write, get set, and go. Okay, stop. Let me know how that sprint went for you. Let me know if it was good, if it got you started, or did you start out feeling kind of discombobulated? I actually felt a little discombobulated. It was my first sprint of the day. And oftentimes when I do my first sprint, I'm not all together. So that's normal, actually. And for me, the sprinting gets better and better as we go on. So we're on a 5 minute timer right now for our break. So at this time, you can grab some coffee, you can grab some tea, you can grab some water, you can do whatever it is you want. Stock up on your cookies. Make sure that you've outlined the next section of your book so that you're ready to start writing when it's time to start writing. And let me know who joined us that's new. Patty, good to see you. Good morning, good morning. Let me know who else joined us and where you're writing in from. So my name is Candace Duff. In case you don't know, I'm the host of today's Writing Sprints. And we're doing timed guided writing sprints for Nanowrimo, or just because you want to. So Evangeline says she has a slow, foggy brain. That's normal in the mornings, let me tell you. I don't know that many people that are bright-eyed and bushy-tailed first thing, but some people are. So let me know how your writing's going. But I'm sure that it will speed up, Evangeline, during the day. And as we keep going with these sprints. All right, so we got 4 minutes left on our break in between sprints, and then we're going to get started again. So this is your last opportunity before, we have to actually get started again. So grab what you need. All right, so let me ask you a question. What is your biggest struggle when it comes to writing a book? Hi, Jean. Welcome, welcome. What is your biggest struggle when it comes to writing a book? Go ahead and let me know in the comments. And I see Evangeline says she's a nighttime person. So am I. I stayed up way too late last night. And I got up extra early because I was terrified that I wouldn't be on here early enough to be on here on time, which I probably shouldn't confess, but it's totally true. I too am a night person. So what is your biggest struggle when it comes to writing a book? For me, sometimes I have to discipline myself to actually keep writing on a consistent basis in order to get my projects done. So, for me, that's one of the biggest struggles I have. For some people, it's outlining. For some people, it's knowing which book to write. For some people, it's imposter syndrome. So Patty says it's plotting and writing the first draft. She loves the editing part of it. It's so funny because we're all made for different parts, right, of the writing process. Some of us love the process of writing. Some of us don't. And some of us have problems plotting and writing the first draft. So people have trouble with different parts about it. Jean says what to write about, the topic of her book. And that's actually a big, big problem that a lot of people face. We have shiny object syndrome, right? We want to write about so many different things. Evangeline says she's not consistent. Yeah, that's also a very normal problem for writers. Definitely. Definitely, definitely. We were all consistently writing books all the time and pumping them out all the time. So I'm asking you this question because I'm thinking about different things that I want to offer to be able to help my people, right? So, you're really helping me out by answering this question. When you answer, what is the biggest struggle you have with writing a book? So thank you very much for your answers. I appreciate that. All right, so we got 1 minute, 30 seconds left before we have to start our next sprint. And so go ahead and get what you need to make sure you're ready. Make sure you know where you left off, where you're starting up from. Make sure you have your outline, your little mini outline next to you, so you know where you're going every step of the way. Because we are down almost to our last minute before we start our next sprint. Speaking of which, let me get this countdown page ready. Let me see something. I did something weird. In how I pulled this up. Okay. So now it's ready for us. All right. So get ready because we're getting ready to start our next sprint in 39 seconds. Aha. Which means I get to set this lovely timer again. So are you ready? Let me know. Get set, get ready, and go. Okay, stop. So, how did that last sprint go? Let me know how that last went. For me, it went a little bit more smoothly. I was more awake and I was less intimidated by the scene. So, let me know how that went for you in the comments. I would appreciate it. And let me ask you a question. Are you enjoying the 15-minute writing sprints, or do you want to switch to maybe 20 minutes? Maybe we can try something different tomorrow or over the weekend. Let me know if you prefer the shorter sprints or a slightly longer sprint. Because people have different opinions about that. So how did that last sprint go for you? And do you prefer longer or shorter sprints? So Jean said she's getting better at this. She's getting in the flow. Yes. And that happens as time goes on. That happened with me too. You get more and more into the flow. And that's the good thing about really focusing on your NaNoWriMo project, like continuously working at it for big blocks of time, because you stay in the flow. And when you work on it every single day, you stay in the flow. So Patty says it went better for the first one. She thinks she prefers longer sprints than shorter. Jean says she likes the 15 minutes. Okay. Tomorrow we're doing another set of writing sprints starting at 3 p.m. So I don't know if y'all gonna be with me tomorrow. Some people, can't do weekdays or whatever and can only do weekends. Some people can only do mornings or prefer to do mornings. But we're doing another sprint tomorrow at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And I may or may not, I'll have a 20-minute clock ready and I'll experiment with it to see which ones of those go better. So Evangeline, how did your last sprint go? Let me know. And by the way, if you know of friends who also need to work on their books and who also might enjoy time-guided writing sprints, don't hesitate to invite them and give them the link. Invite them to come and sprint with us. That'll be a great thing. All right, so we have 3 minutes left on our break. And I'm just making sure I'm setting a timer so that we know. Go ahead and grab some water or whatever you need to get ready. I'm going to grab some water real quick. Evangeline said that sprint was better. Excellent. I'm glad. I'm so glad. It was better for me too. Jean, she's so funny. I'm going to have to give you a cut of my earnings. Candace, I'm getting in the zone. I watched one of your other videos. No worries about the other sessions. I live this part. Oh, thank you so much. I love hearing that, and I appreciate that. People have different purposes, right? Sometimes I think one of my purposes is to inspire people. And also to have people inspire me, because you all have inspired me greatly to continue with my writing and what have you. So it's a mutual thing. All right. We now have 2 minutes and 4 seconds. So I'm going to grab water real quick. Go ahead and grab water. Go ahead and grab tea, whatever it is you need, because we're going to be starting with our next writing sprint, and we want to be ready. And also make sure you do a quick mini outline of where you left off and where you're going to begin so that you're not discombobulated during the next sprint. So we got 1 minute, 46 seconds. I'm running to get a bottle of water. Be right back. Okay. Success. Got my bottle of water. Oh, Jean says inspired. Patty said, you are a great encourager, Candace. Thanks for inspiring us. Thank you. Yay. And you're welcome. All right. So we have 1 minute, 11 seconds to go. And then we're going to get started again. I got my water here. So I'm good to go. It's so funny because when I'm looking into StreamYard here, I see the mirror of my image. So I never know like which side of my hair I'm going to touch. It's kind of weird. All right, so get ready because we got 46 seconds, 45 seconds before we get started again. And then we're going to get started again. with our next sprint. So get ready. We're heading on to 30 seconds. And I'm getting myself ready to be able to turn on this countdown clock. Grab your stuff. Get ready, get ready. All right, we're getting ready to start our next writing sprint in 10 seconds. So get ready and time to start our next writing sprint. Get ready and go. Okay, stop. All right. So how did that sprint go? Let me know in the comments how that sprint went for you. For me, that went really well. I think I'm warming up big time. So setting my timer for our 5-minute break. We're on our 5-minute break now before we have to sprint again. So go ahead and grab your water, your tea, your coffee, whatever it is you gotta do. And make sure you're getting yourself ready to sprint for the next one. Let me know how that sprint went. For me, it went really, really well. How did it go for you? Let me know in the comments. Also, if you know of any friends who would join and benefit by sprinting and joining us, then go ahead and invite them by text or by email if you want to. And let me know how the last sprint went. By the way, are some of you using these videos to sprint when I'm not here? Like you could actually, fast forward the videos to the timer and use the timer or whatever to do sprints on your own during the day, in addition to having me here live. So Evangeline said, yes, this was good. She's getting her rhythm. Okay. Yes, yes. That's the way it should be. We're deep into the sprints now. So we're like an hour in and we're deep into the sprint. So we should be getting our rhythm. Excellent, excellent. So how did it go for you, Jean? And how did it go for you, Patty? And is Cheryl still with us? How did it go for her as well? So Jean says she got distracted. She had some food in the oven. Oh, that called for her attention. That can do it. As a matter of fact, I need to throw some potatoes in the oven myself. Let me see. Evangeline says she repeated last weekend. See, that's really good. I just thought about that today, like how you could use, how I could encourage you even more. How even when I'm not here, you could still sprint, still use the timer, still use the encouragement. And that'll be a good thing. Jean says she's going to make up for last time later today. Excellent. Excellent, excellent. It's okay. We sometimes get distracted. Just make sure for the next sprint, you will not be distracted, right? And the next sprint is starting in 2 minutes and 33 seconds. So you got to make sure you're right. You're ready. Joanne, welcome, welcome. She said she feels she has more accountability when the sprints are live. Okay. Good morning, Joanne. Thank you so much for joining us. Tell us where you're writing in from. And are you writing fiction or nonfiction? Let me know. And what genre? So glad you joined us. And if you have any friends that would also like to join us for live guided writing sprints, let them, text them and let them know. Because we are going to be here for another hour. And it's true. I feel more accountability when the sprints are live as well. Definitely. Because there's somebody there who's with you, going through it with you, writing with you. And that always feels good. All right. So Joanne's in East Bay, California. I can't blame you for being late. It's really early there. You're 3 hours behind me. Luckily, tomorrow we'll also be doing sprints at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So that might be a better time for you. Jean says she's gonna use my method of talking into the voice recorder. Excellent. I love these things. I use this little voice recorder here. I'm gonna put a link for this in the comments when I actually put this video up. It saves me on battery time on my phone. It hooks directly into the computer. It has a little slot where I could actually on the side here, where I can actually put a USB port and stick it into the computer and it uploads directly. Jean's on Long Island. Jean is a fellow New Yorker like me. Haha. Excellent. Actually, I lived in Florida. I have for like, I don't know, 20 something years. So I need to stop saying that. But hey, born in Staten Island, grew up in Brooklyn, last lived in Queens. What can I tell you? All right. Joanne, I often need an emoji interpreter. Like I never know what the emoji faces are. So let me know what that emoji face is supposed to be. That's hysterical. Okay, good, Patty. I'm definitely going to give you the link to my recorder. It's going to be an affiliate link, but at least you'll have a link to my recorder. And I'll give you a link to a few others, but this is my favorite. Sony, this is, I mean, I've had this for years. Like the buttons are worn off. It's kind of ridiculous. Oh, and you're writing fiction, Joanne. Okay, good. I write romantic suspense myself. Okay. All right. So that alarm went off. I don't know why it was so abbreviated, but that means our break is over and we're ready to start our next sprint. So I'm going to set my timer for 15 minutes again, and we're going to get started. Make sure you have what you need around you, your outline, your recorder if you're using it, or your phone, your pen and paper, your tea, what have you, because we are getting started. So get ready, get set, and go. Okay, stop. The sound of this timer. Welcome, welcome, Better Days. Good to see you. Good to see you. Welcome back for today. All right, so let me know how that last sprint went. And did it go smoothly for you? Are you in the groove? I did. It felt good for me too. So let me know how that sprint went for you. And if it didn't go that well, don't be afraid to say that either. Let me know. All right, so I'm going to leave the info for the recorder that I spoke about after this video is posted on YouTube. So you're going to have to come back and take a look at it. It'll be on the bottom because if I post it here in the comments, then a link might not work. So, because right now I'm on StreamYard and I'm not on YouTube. So once this video goes up on YouTube, I'm going to go ahead and post the link to this recorder. And I'm probably going to go back and post it in all the live videos that went up, the ones that went up before too, just to make sure that people have access to it. Because it's a product I obviously believe in, considering I'm wearing off the print on the buttons. All right, so how did that last sprint go for you? Let me know. In the meantime, I'm setting my clock for the 5 minutes of our break. Because remember, we're doing 15 minutes on and 5 minutes off. And right now we're in our 5-minute break from sprinting. And at the end of 5 minutes, we're going to sprint again. If you just joined us, let us know who you are. Welcome, welcome. My name is Candace Duff. I'm your book coach, and I'm here to inspire you through these sprints. We're doing time-guided writing sprints, 15 minutes on, 5 minutes off. And right now we're in our 5-minute break. How did that last sprint go for you? Let me know in the comments. All right, so Joanne got 104 words. She got distracted in the end. She doesn't have the momentum yet. Okay, so your assignment for the next sprint is to make sure that you are in the zone and to make sure that you know exactly where you left off so you can get started again. And to think about the scene that you're going to write. So who's saying what to who? Sometimes it helps to do what they call beats, right? Kind of block it out, like write a little paragraph that says, so-and-so and so-and-so get into a fight about X. So-and-so feels hurt, by the words that, Y says. And then you know kind of what the scene is about, so that way when you're ready to start writing it, you can just start because you know exactly what's going to happen every step of the way. So how about you, Evangeline? How the last sprint go? How about you, Patty? And Better Days, did you start sprinting with us or did you decide to wait for the next sprint? Let me know in the comments. All right, so we have 3 minutes before we start our next sprint. And while we're at it, what's the most words you've ever had in a writing sprint? So I remember like when I was just typing my book, back in the day when I first started doing the Nanowrimo, I could get up to as many as like almost 500 words typing if it was really moving along. Ooh, Patty said the words are moving right along. Yes, I love that. I'm so happy. Oh no. So Evangeline said she was on a roll till her daughter came by with groceries. That is definitely a blessing. So I don't have a daughter to bring me groceries. I have to use Instacart, but hey, it works for me. Jean says she's off the rails, but okay, that's hysterical because you jumped on and discombobulated. Okay, so she's using this time to get organized. That is smart. Organization is the key to whipping out more words. It's the secret. Even if you're a pantser and you're doing it by the seat of your pants, you still want to have a vague clue about what you're going to start writing about before you start writing, right? And we talked about it before, the difference between pantsers and plotters. There are people who just write by the seat of their pants. They haven't made up an outline. They don't know where this story is going. But even they can actually think about, okay, well, this is a scene I'm writing today. And this is what I want to happen, right? Even though you didn't plot out the entire book, you can think about what you want to write next. And then there's people who are plotters who like they're level 10 plotters and then they're like level 5 plotters. I'm probably like a level 5. There's some maniacs who plot out everything, every single plot arc, character arc, every single scene. They write beats for each section before they even start writing a book. Hey, I admire them because they know where they're going. They don't get lost. They don't go left or right. Even then, though, sometimes as you're writing it, your characters can do things that surprise you. Like you might not have really thought about, like, what they would do in a given situation, and they may surprise you. And you might have to, fix your plot at some point, but at least they have an idea where they're going, and they can, follow it. I know I talk about the characters like they're alive, and sometimes we feel like they're alive, right? I mean, especially as fiction writers. Now, Evangeline said she's the latter. Are you a level 10 plotter or level 5 plotter or a pantser? Because I don't know where I left off in terms of former and latter. Oh, she goes where the story takes her. Okay. And a lot of times, for pantsers, you could be true to the character. So sometimes there's an advantage of being, a pantser. If you go where the story takes you, you could be more true to the what would really happen if this happened type thing. I mean, there's benefits to both. Me, if I'm a complete pantser, I get discombobulated. All right. Now, this alarm's getting ready to go off real soon. As a matter of fact, it went off. I mean, it didn't go off loud, audibly, but our 5 minutes are up. So we're going to be getting ready to start the next session. I hope you're ready. I'm setting my clock for 15 minutes on my phone. And I'm also getting ready to start the clock on screen. So we're getting ready for our next writing session. Grab your phones if you're dictating or your dictaphone. Grab your pens. Wait, Joanne, I'm laughing. I'm a planter. That's a new one. You start writing and then you figure out the structure when you get stuck. That's one way to go. And that's a new category. I got to talk about it. Plotters, pantsers, and planters. All right, get ready. Get ready, get ready. And go. Okay, stop. All right, so how did that last one go? Let me know. For some reason, my alarm didn't go off the way it was supposed to. So I might have went over on that sprint. So let me know how that last one went for you. All right, so the next sprint is going to be our last one. So we're going to take a 5-minute break right now, and then our next sprint is going to be our last one because we're coming up on 2 hours. And so this was supposed to end at 10, and we're going to end a little bit after 10. So how did that last sprint go for you? Let me know. In the comments. So Evangeline said, that's okay. I'm really rolling along. Thank God. I'm glad you're fine with that, that I went over. I didn't mean to. I don't know what was going on there. All right. But I'm glad you're really rolling along. So am I, apparently. so much so that I didn't even notice that the alarm hadn't gone off. I was like, wow. All right, so we got 3 minutes and 42 seconds before our next sprint. Grab whatever you need because the next sprint is going to be our last sprint. We want to make it count. So make sure you know where you left off, where you're going to be starting, and make sure you have everything you need. So Jean said she was working on her topic. She had used my game plan from the other video, the holiday novellas, and she got some titles from Christmas songs and holiday songs. So she will lock in focus this last 15 minutes. Yes, I love to hear that. And I'm glad you watched my other video. What did you think about that video? I'm kind of new to YouTube, so I'm experimenting with videos, like, different content for videos and shooting them. So Joanne says she feels warmed up now. Evangeline said, thank you, Candace. I'm getting my mojo back. Yes, I love to hear that. Uh-oh, 178. You think the camera froze? Huh. I'm not sure about that. I mean, I don't know which camera. In the video that you watched or here? Oh, Jean. She said I brought her back to life with my last video. Thank you so much. Let's see, 178. I think the camera froze. No. We'll figure that out. See what that means. But I'm so glad. I'm so glad that you all are inspired to write. So am I. I'm like fired up in my book, which I haven't been for a long time. So this is good. We're firing each other up. All right, so we got 1 minute, 55 seconds until our next sprint. Let's make it count. Grab your water. Jean said, that's real. I'll explain it in the future. Okay. So Joanne said she checked the time and it looked like the live stream had stopped. Her number for the session is 178. Ooh, I'm hoping not. But it's possible. It may be that my bandwidth might not be the greatest in terms of internet connection or what have you. That's scary. But we'll see if that happens again. Hopefully it won't. And if so, I'm going to have to get with my internet provider and beat them up because I'm supposed to have, great bandwidth. All right, so we got 1 minute, 1 second until our next sprint. Get ready because we're going to be going soon. Make sure you're ready. All right. So if you haven't already told me, tell me what your biggest problem is when it comes to writing. I know most of you have explained what your biggest problem is when it comes to writing, but if you haven't, go ahead and tell me in the comments. And you may have to do that after this sprint because we're sprinting in 30 seconds. All right, so we're going to be getting started soon. In 20 seconds, we're going to be starting our next sprint. And we're at 10, 9, 8, 7. It's really funny. I always wanted to be the voice on the countdown clock. Yeah, I'm crazy. All right, so we're getting ready to sprint. That was the alarm indicating the end of our last break. And this is going to be the last sprint. So Joanne says she struggles with focus and structure. And that's a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense. A lot of people do struggle with that, including me. But I like helping others overcome that because it helps me overcome that as well. All right, so we're going to start our next sprint. Hopefully you are ready. I'm setting the timer and go. Okay, stop. How did that sprint go? Let me know in the comments. That was our last sprint of the day. And we're going to be coming back here tomorrow at 3 p.m. if you're available. And you can find that on my channel. It's an upcoming live stream. And you can also find that on Facebook. I did an event reminder on Facebook. All right, and we're going to be here again this weekend in case you can't make tomorrow's sprints. So that'll be Saturday from 1 to 3 and Sunday from 1 to 3. And even if I'm not here live, you can also use videos to help you sprint throughout the day if you should so desire. So that'd be a good thing too. All right, Jean, she said, back in biz, a good launch pad, 118 words, Joanne said, excellent, excellent. 230 said, better days, excellent. Patty said, thanks, Candace. See you tomorrow. You rock and roll. You do too, Chow. All right. See you tomorrow. You all take care. And hasta mañana. All right. Hopping on my videos. Excellent. Okay. Jean. All right. So we're ending the broadcast. Thank you so much and see you tomorrow. Take care.